In this video, I'm going to show you how to come up with points of interpretation for one of the questions that we've discussed about in the previous video. So it's very easy to actually use the set books to come up with points of interpretation, and I'm going to show you how. The question is: betrayal causes pain in the family. We're going to use Blossoms of the Savannah to answer this particular question. You know, Blossoms of the Savannah is a compulsory set text we expect in this year. Meanwhile, for students, if you want to make your life better, there's a secret I'm going to give you right now for free. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel and your life is going to be better. I'm serious. So the first point we're going to look at is how Olekailo hates or mistreats his daughter Rizian. That's point one. Point two, Mama Milanoi chooses culture over her own daughters. She chooses to side with the husband and the culture. This brings out her selfishness, and that is another episode or instance of incidents that brings out her selfishness or the betrayal. So talk about the betrayal and also talk about the pain. The third one is Mama Milanoi tricking Taiyo into circumcision. You remember when the women from Esoit visit, and then they conspire to cheat Taiyo, and Taiyo joins them. Mama Milanoi is on the forefront of telling her that the father said he will never marry them off to somebody they don't love. But eventually she still does, and the daughter suffers. Then the parents force the daughters to marry Oloisudori. That's forced marriage. Marriage is never a bed of roses, even for those who do it willingly. So it's worse if people are forced, regardless of even financial status. Look at the case of Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates and Elon Musk. Rocky marriages, and these are billionaires basically. And then Olekailo dismisses the daughter's desires. That is Taiyo. Taiyo wants to pursue music as a career, but Olekailo can hear none of it. And then lastly, you can talk about how he refuses the girls a chance to join Egerton University to pursue formal education. That is another point where we see betrayal. Most of the parents will want to support their children. That's what is expected. So it's ironical when a father says no university education for you. You have to stay here and get married to this guy. Strange, man. So I'll also give you some of the pages that you can read to help you develop this essay. So this is basically a leakage on the question I've just given you. So I've given you a question and I'm giving you tips to answer the question. So on the hatred or mistreatment, you can read page 9 to 10, where Olekailo wanted at least 3 boys, but ended up getting a girl. So he was infuriated. He was vexed. He was so mad. Page 205, where Rizian wonders whether it's a curse to be born a woman in Asila. Page 34. Page 172 to 173, the daughter clearly sees the hatred from the father. Page 208. The second point on culture, where Mama Milanoi sides with culture over the daughters, or chooses culture instead of the daughters. You can check page 17. Page 17, I know, right? Page 60 to 62, where she's in a dilemma and she's compared to somebody, an unenviable legendary character known as Olenkipida, and that happens on page 60. She's in a dilemma whether to support the daughters or support the culture, be a dutiful wife or be a protective, loving mother. So difficult for her. Page 63, she knows that FGM is going to wreak the lives of the children. She knows how painful it is because she's been through the process and she's lived in Asila all her life, and she knows how devastating the effects of FGM can be, but still she does not say anything to protect her daughters. Page 78, when they talk about Olkwenyi, that is the Kisirani, they claim that Rezian's obstinacy or her stubbornness is as a result of the fact that she is still into Yene Megalana. So they plan to have her circumcised. Then page 147, page 192, she knows about the betrayal. She feels that they are betraying the daughter, but does nothing. Then lastly, page 276, where basically she chooses Oloisudori over the daughters. The same woman, this is the third point, Mama Milanoi betrays Taiyo when she tricks her into circumcision. And we can find this on page 272 to 275. That whole episode, you will see the trick, so that is the betrayal, and you'll see the pain that Taiyo goes through. Point 4, forced marriage. It's crazy to be force the daughters to marry somebody they don't love, and somebody who is way older than they. So page 226 to 108. So Ole Superior tells Ole Kaelo that keep Oloisudori away from your daughters, because basically this man is a Randy Higot. He is a hyena. So we see Randy Higot on page 26 and page 108. He does not heed the advice. Page 108, page 111 to 112, he feels the pain of betrayal, but still chooses Rezian as a sacrificial lamb. He accepts gifts from Oloisudori, that is page 178. Page 191 to 192, page 185, we see his greedy, selfish, or materialistic nature. Yeah, when he sees how rich Oloisudori is, he says, Rezian, my friend, you must get married to this man. Page 193, page 204, and page 208. The hatred and the betrayal is quite clear. So show the betrayal and show the pain. And then we have the fact that he refuses Taiyo the chance to, pursue her dream career, that is music. When I think of Taiyo, I remember Nikita Kering, a very, very talented young singer who has scaled the heights and won so many accolades because of her talent. You can imagine, in this case, our dear Taiyo is denied the opportunity to also pursue that. So that is actually betrayal. And that is page 1 to 2 and page 44 to 45. She still feels the pain up to today as we speak. Sijua kotadiama. Okay, so then Rezian is also denied the chance to go to university, and she's the one that really wanted to go to university. Taiyo was more about music and the boys, Lenjire and Pamwat, but Rezian had laser-like focus on pursuing university education. So we can read all about that on page 4, page 33, page 58, page 73, page 196, page 207, page 210, and even page 18 and page 89. So Rezian really wanted to go to university, but the father said no. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those are the points. So my students, that is your assignment. You may attempt that, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and you can also visit my blog, which has more resources. That is wekati.blogspot.com, or the one on oral skills, darasabora.blogspot.com. Check out my social media also, right underneath the screen, and then see you in the next video.